Hey there, Pisces. Welcome to this November bonus. This is actually, we're going to do a 2022 like jumpstart reading. How you can get a head start on 2022 here. And, oh, isn't that adorable, Pisces? Wait till you see this. But we're going to see, I am going to do full on 2022 readings, but this is just going to be a kind of like a little jump start, if you will, how to get, for you overachievers out there, right? That's who this is for. So let's see what is going on for you here in 2022, how you can get a jump start on the year. And sorry, I'm just checking if you see me looking up here, I'm just checking this camera angle for the overhead camera. But Pisces, this looks really, really nice. You start off here in your first row with this Breathe card here. I feel like coming into 2022, even starting like right now, not even in 2022. Again, this is how to get a jump start on the year, how to start 2022 right now. And you know how to get a jump start on the energy. I would breathe, I would rest, relax, recover, and your first row is very simple to me. It is kind of saying to me that you need to focus on some strengths that you have here. You have the Page of Pentacles, the Ten of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles here, and you also have this Breathe card, and I really kind of get the feeling that this is talking about kind of like focusing or needing to focus on some sort of kind of like strength, you know, here, if you will. The Five of Pentacles is about feeling left out in the cold, but it kind of like says you don't have to feel left out in the cold, you know? It can be a card of feeling lonely or feeling like you are lacking something in general, like a resource or a skill or whatever, right? And even if we go this way, if we take this second diagonal, we have the Five of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles to the Four of Cups here. And I really feel like this is kind of like saying, again, that you could be like feeling like you're lacking something that you're not actually lacking. Ending at the Four of Cups like this, it's like he is, you know, this is a card of apathy. It's a card of like contemplation. It's like he has everything he needs in front of him. He's manifested all these cups, but he's just not paying attention. He's not seeing the cups that he has manifested in front of him. So to me, this is kind of like saying that would be a good time for you right now to focus on your strengths. I've been talking about this a lot, and I know people are sick of hearing me say it, but again, to me, it's like the most important thing we could possibly do right now. I think that I don't think the universe is lying to us, so I don't like want to make it sound all like dramatic, but it's like we are kind of really probably more lying to ourselves. We could be thinking that we are inadequate in some way, but I feel like we need to look at the strengths and not the weaknesses, right? We need to look at where we're strong. We need to look at like what we're truly capable of. And we need to look at the things that kind of make us valuable. I just think there is this, I really don't know how to describe the energy other than a lie. But again, this is not a lie. So, you know, just take this how it resonates. But I really feel like the lie that we could be telling ourselves is that maybe we have a talent, gift, skill, or ability, and we just think that it's not valuable when it could actually be extremely valuable. Or there could be something, you know, just about us, inside of us, that makes us valuable as a person, and we really need to kind of like double down on that at this time. Again, you have the Page of Pentacles, Ten of Wands, and the Five of Pentacles here. A lot of like burdens, a lot of heavy energy here. I do feel extremely heavy with this Ten of Wands energy here. I don't think it's difficult the end of the year for you here, Pisces. This month sucks. November, if you're watching this in November, it doesn't suck. It's just like not that great. And, you know, just, I don't know, maybe like a little bit slow. I feel like it could be a little heavy this month as well because it's like I feel like there's a lot inside of us that is calling us to like more action. I feel like there's a lot that is calling us to, you know, face things. There's more of this like needing to face things head on type of energy. It's kind of like you don't have it here in your reading, but it's almost like the you know, like Five of Swords in reverse. That's like what the energy right now kind of reminds me of. Five of Swords in the upright is winning at all costs. It's like trying to win at all cost. Five of Swords in reverse is like not giving up and winning. So, yeah, I feel like for a lot of people, that's what this is kind of like saying here is that we need to win. I feel like you need to focus on this right here. Page of Pentacles here. Again, I just want to encourage you, Pisces. I mean, because I feel like there's like a lot of this energy of maybe feeling like you're starting over in life as well. And this could be in love, could be in business or whatever. Page of Pentacles with that Ten of Wands and this Five of Pentacles here. You know, this whole first row, it has those vibes of like starting something over. And what I mean by that is, it's like, it reminds me of school. I have so much trauma around school that it's not even funny, right? Mostly assignments, right? It has nothing to do with people. People were always super nice to me in school and everything like that, but it has to do with the school work itself. And it reminds me of school. It's like, I don't know if you've ever like written a paper, for example, in school, and then it gets deleted on your computer and you have to like start over. That's like the feeling I get here. It's like something has been deleted. And it's almost like you are having to start over. I would start right now, Pisces. I wouldn't wait until 2022. Again, this is how you can get a jump start on the year. But that's like a very frustrating feeling. But at the same time, I'm pretty sure like in your last reading, I don't remember what reading it was, I was talking about how it's like we're all being given kind of like this blank canvas where we can like work on something that we want to work on. And that's what I feel like this is saying. I'm getting a lot of stuff for you, Pisces. With the Page of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, look, again, you have the resources necessary to get started. Nine of Pentacles, she has 3 pentacles on one. I don't know if that's actually focusing there, Pisces, but she has 3 pentacles on one side, 6 pentacles on the other side. It kind of says like she has more than enough. She has everything she needs to get started in her environment. I feel like you're sensing things before they happen. And like I would focus like on those moments where you kind of feel like you have a good idea about the future, because it's like you could have these like typical Pisces things where it's like an idea enters into your awareness and then kind of just like flutters away, right? I feel like you need to grab onto those things, if that makes sense. With the 10 of Wands here, you have the 4 of Swords. Definitely a time of recovery here, Pisces. I feel like you need to really think about what you want in your future life as well. Like I would take some time, maybe this month. November is a great month for this here, Pisces. I would say, like, what do you want in your future life? What do you want it to look like? I just get this sense of needing to realize that you don't live forever, right? And I don't mean this to be like morbid or anything like that, Pisces. I'm meaning this more in the sense that like I feel like there's some things that you do desire to have in your life, and it's like before you miss out. I basically feel like this is saying don't miss out on those things. It's like get started right now. With the 5 of Pentacles, you have the Hangman here. Your energy here, Pisces, putting yourself in Hangman mode. I don't mind the Hangman, especially coming up in the reverse. I mean, coming up in the first row here. The first row, I kind of look at as your past energy. Although I would consider this reading that I'm doing today more of just like a holistic reading. I'm taking everything into account and smushing it all together. I'm not like looking at this as like one thing or the other. But what I would say here is I feel like you have kind of like gained some enlightenment. And it's like time to take action. Even in your next row here, Pisces, you have this Roots of Abundance card. So, damn, Pisces, we know that next year is going to be extremely abundant for you with Jupiter in your sign. I keep talking about this because it's going to be awesome, right? I would just take advantage of the energy. I mean, anything you do, you have the opportunity to expand. I think something people need to realize also is that you can have Jupiter in Pisces, but if you don't use the energy, then you're gonna go nowhere, right? So it's like we have to use the energy. We have to make sure we're taking advantage of the energy as well. So it's like there's tons of abundance, but we need to make sure that we're amplifying the abundance. So it's like, it's a great time to do anything. Like, if you want to lose weight, for example, it's going to be an amazing year for health and losing your weight and all that other stuff. So I would make sure that you're doing the right things and not doing the wrong things. Again, Jupiter expands, right? So it's like Jupiter's very positive, but if you're out there, it's like Christmas time almost. It's like, I've been walking around the store, I see the chocolate oranges, it's like a weakness of mine, right? But it's like if I eat those chocolate oranges, it's like one chocolate orange with Jupiter and Pisces is actually like 10. So it's like don't close your eyes, right? Is what I would say to you, Pisces, if you're like me. But what I would say here is that anything you want to manifest, it's like just put the energy in, make sure that you're doing it. I also feel like what's super, super important, I've been talking about this for a long time as well, is that we need to make sure we're creating abundance for other people. That doesn't mean we have to necessarily like give money or anything like that. Definitely could help. Like don't get me wrong. I feel like, donating, if you have the ability and everything like that, absolutely, by all means, do it, right? But it's like other things as well. I think sometimes people don't realize how they're blocking their abundance by not sharing their story or by not sharing something that they've created. It's like if you created a beautiful piece of art and you're not putting it out into the world, it's like you're kind of blocking abundance because you're not, it could inspire someone else to create something. That is abundance, right? If somebody else is creating something because of something you did, then, it's going to be very powerful. And that's what I would do here with this card. You have the Queen of Swords, the Four of Pentacles, and the Judgment card here. I definitely feel like you're waking up to something here with the Judgment card in a lot of ways. Like I said, it wouldn't really surprise me if a lot of you were kind of like discovering like the one thing that you want to work on for the rest of your life. Like, especially if you're one of those Pisces that's like looking for your purpose, if you're looking for something to work on in general. If you're looking for a personal project, or if you want to write a book, or if you want to do anything like that, it's a great year to do that. And again, we kind of see that here in this row. Even I look at the Queen of Swords sometimes as almost like the step before authority. She's about to become the King of Swords. She's about to step into that energy of the King of Swords. So it's kind of like the step before authority, if that makes sense. I actually personally consider every single queen to be like the step before authority. It's like you're about to become an authority figure in some area of your life. And that's kind of like what I feel like is going on for you here, Pisces. So I definitely like to see that here in this row. What I would say here is that it's going to require you to leave. You have the Four of Pentacles here. It's like all of a sudden you've been getting these readings. Like, look at this. You have the Four of Pentacles to the world here, Pisces. It's like the Four of Pentacles is saying it's time to leave like a comfort zone, or, it's time to leave something that you have always known. Four of Pentacles, he's holding on too tightly onto these Four of Pentacles, and it's like he's not wanting to let something go, but it's kind of like keeping him stuck. So I do feel for some of you, this row is like referring to maybe like slaying some inner demons, but, it's probably like attachments. It reminds me of like devil energy is what I would say here, Pisces. And you have the moon wanting to pop out there, Pisces. But let's see what is going on for you here. With the Queen of Swords, you have the Fool. Just do it, Pisces. I love this. I mean, I would get started right now. I wouldn't wait. Like, if you have an idea to like start a business, to start a blog, to start a YouTube channel, start a relationship, it could even be a relationship or anything, I would get started now. I feel like that Fool is saying, take the leap of faith. With the Four of Pentacles, you have the Page of Swords here. Yeah, I would start to get curious. Again, you have that Roots of Abundance card. It's almost like, everything you do right now, it's like you're establishing those roots into the ground, and it's like going to build you up for the rest of 2022 once we get into 2022. So I would be curious at this time. I would look for any ways that you can create a more abundance in your own life. I would also be very, very focused on what is working for you. And I would double down on that. And that's in every single area of your life. Like, again, in health, if you are weightlifting and running, but if you're noticing more results from weightlifting, or if you're noticing more results from running, it's like I would pick the thing that works and I would double down on it, whatever it is, right? It's going to be different for all of you. Same thing in business. It's like you're probably going to notice that like one thing is really standing out to you, or one thing is kind of capturing your attention. I think the difficulty with the Page of Swords is like, let's just use business as an example. It's like you might have a job, a career, or a business right now, and you might start to notice with the Page of Swords, like people coming into your life being like, oh, you're really good at talking, you're really good at marketing, you're really good at this. It's like you might notice people starting to like focus in on one thing. And I feel like that's what the Page of Swords is saying. It's kind of confusing, kind of like a weird message that I'm getting there, Pisces. But it's also something I would pay very close attention to now and in 2022. It's like you might have people entering into your life that are kind of like pointing like one thing out and being like that right there. It could be a skill. It could even be in love as well. It's like maybe someone's like, hey, you're really good at, meeting people at bars or whatever it is, right? It's like I would pay attention to that because it's almost like I feel like the universe is sending these people in to guide you and to be like, hey, you're good at this. Now it's like let's take it. Maybe you have a career. Maybe you've been thinking about starting a business. Maybe everybody's like, hey, you're really good at speaking. Maybe you could become a speaker. Maybe you could use your voice on YouTube. Maybe you could use your voice somewhere else. And I'm just using that as an example. Like I said, it's going to be different for all of you. But I would be paying attention to those things that, like, people are saying, like, hey, you're good at that. I feel like that's the Page of Swords kind of energy. The Page of Swords is, being a detective, needing to pay attention to, like, what's in between, what's being said in between the lines, right? With the Judgment card, you have the Page of Pentacles here. Yeah, you're definitely going to have to learn about, like, this is like a learning process. So if you're starting anything new in the future, I feel like it's going to be a learning process here, Pisces. Next, in your last row, you have this card that I was commenting on in the beginning, this Mermaid Love card. Isn't that is such a Pisces card right there. So I feel for some of you, there could be love coming in here. It could be an air sign or someone who has air in their chart. I'm getting it's like the guy on this deck in this card. He has some feathers on him, and again, it doesn't matter what gender you're attracted to. I just feel like that you are the mermaid, and like someone else is the air sign. Again, doesn't matter what gender here, but it could be an air sign. For some of you, I feel like this is a very intuitive connection as well. I'm really drawn. He has like a bird on his head, and I'm really kind of like drawn to that bird that's sitting on top of his head. So I feel like for some of you, that there could be love coming in for you clearly, and it could be a very strong connection is what I'm getting. Could also be an earth sign because you have the Queen of Pentacles here, Capricorn. So it could be a Capricorn, could be any sign, general reading. So, it could be anything, but I definitely feel there is love coming in for you. You have the Four of Cups, the World, and the Queen of Pentacles here. I definitely feel you've been experiencing like disappointments in love in general. Four of Cups tells me, like, I'm a Pisces. I totally get it, Pisces. I think that, Pisces in relationships, it's like we want to believe in the fantasy, if that makes sense. And so I totally get that. And the Four of Cups is, all about just wanting to believe in the fantasy, whatever the fantasy is for you, Pisces, right? And I just feel like there have been a lot of disappointments for you as far as love is concerned. I feel like the world is just saying that is clearly going to be changing for you. The world is a change. The world is kind of like going through a birthing process. I feel like you're kind of like more focused at this time as well with the Queen of Pentacles. She has like less anxiety about relationships here. And I'm not saying that there aren't a lot of reasons to be anxious about love, because I'm sure there are. I feel like you're just like, it's like almost like what I feel here, even looking at this bottom row, Five of Pentacles, Judgment, Queen of Pentacles. It's almost as if your perspective or your approach to love is what is changing here, Pisces. Like I feel like the way that you feel about love, or maybe even the way that you allow it into your life. Like that is the thing that could be changing here with the Queen of Pentacles. And that's how I'm seeing it as well, which is weird. It's like more like your approach to love. I feel like it's more open. I feel like it's more like, I feel like you're more like less outcome dependent. Like sometimes I think we get into relationships. This goes for everyone, not just Pisces, but I think we get into relationships and we think that there has to be a certain outcome. It's almost like you're releasing that. And it's like sometimes when we release that, that's like exactly when we find the right person, or when we get into the right connection, when we're not so like this needs to go this way, And I feel like that's what's going on here. With the Four of Cups, Four of Wands, marriage. Like I said, I feel like some of you have been very disappointed in love, and I feel like this is a change in the disappointments. This is something that's more like divinely guided. I feel like this feels, if this is clearly love that's coming in for you, and I feel like this feels different as well. Probably, I would say this is a new person. Page of Pentacles twice, to me, would definitely be a new person. Could be a person from a distance. Definitely could be earth energy as well. Again, you have a lot of earth here. Page of Pentacles, Nine of Pentacles, Queen of Pentacles as well. I would say this is someone who's truly independent as well. As I would say, Nine of Pentacles is my card of true independence. A lot of people say they're independent, but it's just toxic independence. It's like they're like, I'm going to be alone, which is fine. Like, people should be allowed to be alone if they want to. That's fine. But someone who's truly independent, they want to be with another person, but they just don't need the other person. That's like what true independence is. They have all the resources necessary to take care of themselves. Again, she has 6 pentacles that she's keeping for herself, and she has 3 pentacles that she's willing to give to a situation. So it's like true independence, and that's what I feel like you're attracting here. You have the Four of Wands, marriage. It's kind of funny because this is like, I'm seeing this as a very rapid change as well. as far as love is concerned. So, this could be someone who really changes your mind about love in general. Like I said, I feel like maybe you've been feeling one way. It's going to be how you felt. It's going to be different for all of you, but it's like you've been feeling a certain way about relationships. Maybe it's the fantasy thing. And, now I feel like there's someone who comes in who's like, where you're like, wow, this person is changing my mind, is what I would say. With the world, you have the Eight of Wands. Definitely, you could be meeting this person through moving or traveling, or it could be someone from a distance as well. The world and the Eight of Wands is definitely a move or travel. So that makes a lot of sense to me, Pisces, especially you have Mars going retrograde in Gemini next year, at the end of the year, in like October-ish, somewhere around there. And there's other astrology that's going on for you as well. I was looking at this the other day, and now I can't remember. But there were other things that I remember. I'll probably bring it up in your 2022 reading when I do the in-depth reading. There are other things that I feel like could bring love because of travel going on in your astrology. So it wouldn't really surprise me. Mars retrograde, it's going retrograde in Gemini. And again, that's not the good part for the travel. I actually think that could slow things down. And again, that's going to be from like October something, I don't know, like the middle of October until the middle of January, basically in 2023, right? So, I feel for some of you, but at the same time, again, you could be meeting someone from a distance or something like that. Eight of Wands could be through socializing as well. And with the Queen of Pentacles, you have the Seven of Wands here. Seven of Wands is kind of your answer to this whole entire reading. Seven of Wands is a card of conviction. It's a card that says when you know that something is for you, or when you know that you can accomplish something in your life, you will accomplish it, right? So the Seven of Wands really says, if you, like, the best way I feel like you could kind of like get a jump start on your year is to be committed to making some sort of change and kind of like setting up these roots of abundance here, Pisces, especially with that Seven of Wands. But off to a good start, Pisces. I really like this. Definitely could be kind of like love that comes in very rapidly as well. I also think that the other thing that's important here is, like, if you want to start the year off rapidly, like very, very quickly, and you want to get things going, again, I would get things set up right now. And I think you need to make sure that you're not being a perfectionist right now as well. Like, I would make your mistakes now, like between now and the end of the year, and I would like start building stuff. Like if you're thinking about, I'm speaking more to those of you who are thinking about building a business or, starting a blog, like I said, or a YouTube channel or something like that. Do that now. Don't wait till the beginning of the year, because it's like you're being given a chance, I think, to kind of like experiment, discover what works and all this other stuff. And it's not going to matter when you get to the new year because it's like you're going to find what works right now before the end of the year. Then you're going to be able to start, guns a-blazing, as they say, Pisces. So this looks really good. I like it. So thank you for being here, Pisces. Really appreciate it. Make sure to watch your sun, moon, and rising for a full picture of what's going on for you at this time. But thank you, and definitely enjoy your year.